congrats to Haiden Deegan on his second 250 title, second 250 West title, and for the second week in a row, just absolutely dominating the whole 250 field. I mean, last week, starting from 10th, coming back to first, and putting, what was it, 3.5 seconds or whatever on the whole field before the, well, loss of that win, let's put it that way. And then this week, just looking incredibly like the best person. And if you listen to the right after the race, saying he said something, these guys aren't even on my level, he was completely true on that. I mean, he absolutely dominated this race. 15 seconds or something like that at the very end. I mean, you got to say for Davies, he was smart. He let Deegan go. He knew that wasn't his race. It didn't help him in any way to try and block him or race him or whatever. Do what you can. Let Deegan just go ahead, get the win, and finish second, gain points on your coast. Really smart for Davies. Really smart for the team, for just overall in general. But this just shows. I mean, let's be honest here. Deegan is far and ahead, far and away, absolutely whatever adjective or whatever you want to attribute to this, so far ahead of everybody else in the 250 class right now that it's not even fair. I mean, 15 seconds on the whole 250 field. And yes, you got to say Kitchen riding with a bad back, Joe Shimoda with the leg injury in the heat race, and like I said, Davies not really fighting him for the win because it wouldn't be smart. I mean, but you got to say, for his whole West Coast, Anstie, irrelevant. I mean, everybody else just not even close to what he was doing. And he's earned this. Like he said, this is, or what you have to say, this is earned. He has put the work in. He can talk all the shit he wants. When you can come out and you can do this and back it up, it's earned. Whether you love him or you hate him, you have to admit that this is just, he is so far ahead of everybody right now, at least in 250 class, that you have to admit it. And if you can't, you're just either delusional or you hate him so much that it's just sad to watch because, I mean, this is one of the best rides going at the moment. Correct me if I'm wrong. He moved into third place in the 250 win overall. He also is one of 3 riders to finish the 250 championship with 2 rounds remaining. So now he can go out for the next 2 rounds of 250 West, have absolutely no care. I mean, he's still probably going to come out and put miles on these guys, right? And he just gets to go and have easy rides, collect some bonus checks, collect some more wins, and just be, incredible. And whether you count last week's or not, I mean, you got to put the asterisks on it. And this would be 7 straight this year. I mean, he's just proven that he is incredible. And yes, you can hate him for his antics. You can hate him for whatever you want to say, his name or his father or whatever else. I mean, if you hate somebody for that, then whatever, that is your choice and that is your personality probably. But he is proven that he is just incredibly talented. He's put the work in, he's put the time in, and like now it's just whatever, I'll race the 250 for the next 2 rounds, probably never touch it again for training, and just get ready for 450 outdoors. And it's going to be exciting. Obviously, hopefully, knock on wood, we have Jet Lawrence back and we get to see that, just right off the bat, see where they fall. Will he come into the 450 class and dominate? Probably not. Let's be honest there. Like, there's no real expectation of that, I'm assuming. I mean, if you really love him and you're a Haiden Deegan stan and you think he's the best rider ever, then yeah, you probably hope and expect him to come to the 450 class and just start winning immediately. Does he need to? No. I mean, would it be good for his image and for the team and everything if he did come out and he was immediately competitive, if he was racing for podiums, racing for wins, matching Jet Lawrence's speed? Then yes, that would be absolutely incredible. But we've got probably the next decade of Deegan and Lawrence. I mean, Deegan is now 20, Lawrence is 22, I think, if I'm right on that. So, I mean, with how these guys are racing into their, 30, 32, 33-year-old range. Now, I'm not saying either of them are going to do that. At some point, they might retire early. I mean, you could pull a Villapoto and win a few titles and just say, yeah, this is enough for me. I don't need to do this for the next, 6, 7, 8 years and destroy my body. But you have to say too, he's been pretty lucky through 20 years of racing, through the 250 class. You haven't seen any real big injuries other than, the collarbone, which is not the biggest thing in the world in this sport. When you see people break that, get plated, and race next weekend, i.e. Cody Shock. But he's been really lucky health-wise. And yes, he has had all the best bikes and everything growing up throughout his career. But that's been proven. I mean, his dad put in the work and the broken body to earn that. And Deegan has taken that little bit of a step up and proved that it's worth it. I don't know how you want to word it. He's not one of these guys who just has the best of everything with no work ethic and is rolling around in 5th or 6th, but has the name to keep going. No, he's finishing first. He's winning titles. 6 titles in the 250 class. He's climbing the all-time leaderboards in wins. He's proven that this is, his work and him just being talented. I mean, also, you gotta say, this is a great year for Yamaha as a team to have Deegan win the West, Cole Davies, at the moment at least, with the red plate in the East and gaining a few points every single round. It looks really good for them as a team on the 250 side of things. Good job, Star. And you can't stress this enough. Like 2 East-West showdowns in a row, and to put that much time on your whole competition in both races, it's just incredible. I mean, yes, again, injuries happen. There are people missing. Not everything is, the best of the best, and that is what it is. I mean, what is it to finish first? First, you have to finish. I mean, you can only race who's out there, and you can only race the competition at the level that they're at. So, still, 15 seconds is an absolute dominating night. And, you probably really wanted to do that. Come out after last week, after losing that win with the little, hitting the little marker and losing a win. He wanted to come out and dominate it and give absolutely nobody a chance to take this one away or say anything about it. But gotta say, congrats to Deegan. Incredible championship. Now we move to the 450 class. So this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Who do you think is going to win the 450 championship? Tomac, Hunter Lawrence, or Ken Roxon now? Whatever it is, comment down below. Tell me what you think. While you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it does really help me out. I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.